So my makeup was done by JoPe Elite LLC. So you can go to YouTube and find her on YouTube. You can also go to Instagram. It's JoPe Elite LLC. And you can go to her website also, which is www.jopeelite.com. And remember, her Instagram is JoPe Elite ELITE LLC. And also you can find her on YouTube. So remember to go on YouTube and click the like and subscribe button and share it with all your friends, everybody who want to do their bridal makeup for graduation, any parties, any event. You can always contact JoPe Elite, wonderful makeup artist. Look at your girl Karen.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Great.
Awesome intro. I couldn't have said it better myself. Hi guys, it's your girl Jody here. Thank you so much for clicking on another video. If you're new, welcome to the Fam Bam. If you're not new, thank you so much for coming back. So I bring to you another bridal look. This is just a simple brown smoky look. So as usual, I'm starting off by cleaning the face. I went in with the Fresh Rose Hydration Toner and I just placed that all over the face. After that, I went in with the Clinique Moisture Surge Moisturizer and I again placed that all over the face as her moisturizer. As a second moisturizer, I went in with the Myrick's facial oil and I just went ahead and put that all over her face as well. So if you've been watching my videos, you pretty much know my technique. So I'm going to start off with brows as usual. So I went in with a Benefit brow palette and I'm just going to use that and fill in her brows. As you can see, she already had pretty thick brows, so there wasn't much filling in that I needed to do. So I just went in to any sparse areas and just filled that in. So after filling in the brows, you guessed it, I went in and cleaned it up with some concealer. The concealer that I used was one of the Tarte Shape Tape concealers. I'm not sure of the color. I'll definitely leave it in the description box below if I can find the color. After cleaning up the brows, I went in with the Anastasia brow pomade just to set those brows in place. So to start with the eyes, I went in with one of the Myrick's Color Fix color. This is in the color chocolate and I used that as the base for this brown smoky look. So I went ahead and I placed that all over the eyes and blended it out. So after placing that base down and blending it out, I went in with the Warrior 2 palette by Juvia's Place, and that's the all matte palette. And I just took one of the lighter brown colors in there and I just buffed that throughout her transition area. After that, I went in with a color that was the same color as the base and I placed that all over the lids as the lid color. After doing that, I went back in with a clean brush and just blended out those edges just to make it a little bit more diffused and blended. So I decided I wanted to add a little bit more pizzazz and sparkle to the look, so I went in with a new product, which is one of the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics eye pots, and this color is the color Frozen, and this is just a brown color that had some specks of gold to it. Now you'll kind of see it once I put it on the lid, a little bit of gold specks on the eyelids. And this just definitely bumped up the look a little bit more and gave it just a little bit of, something extra on the lids besides just the full matte brown look. So if you're liking the video so far, don't forget to go ahead and give me a huge thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, click that notification bell, and make sure you share this and other videos with everyone. Now, after I went ahead and placed that cream eyeshadow product on the eyes, I went in with just a little bit of black liner, black eyeshadow, and I used that as the liner. Now I didn't want a sharp eyelined look. I just wanted something subtle, as again this is a bridal look, so I just went ahead and stamped a little bit of black on the lash line. So after placing that black shadow down on the lash line, I just went in with a little bit of a darker color and placed that on the outer edges just to give it a little bit more depth. After that, I went in with one of the lashes from my makeup line, JoPe Elite Beauty, and this is my lash in the style Subtle. I went ahead and popped that on just to, bring the look together. So she's definitely enjoying the process and loving the lashes that I placed on her, hence the reason why she's taking a look in her phone. She was such a pleasure to work with, so funny, so vibrant. I just loved working with her. Okay, so now it's time for the complexion. I'm just going in and trying to color match her, and I definitely found her color, so I went in with my Sasha Cosmetics palette and I selected the color that best matched her, and I just buffed that in all over the skin. Now, apart from the eyes, this is my favorite part of the process, the skin. Look at how smooth her skin is. This makeup palette by Sasha Cosmetics is everything. It gives you coverage, it gives you beautiful pigment, it is just so beautiful and leaves the skin with a nice healthy glow. Alright, so here I'm still working on the foundation. I just went in with a smaller brush to get, the smaller areas of the face, so around her brows, in between the, crevices of her nose, under her eyes, and so forth. So I went in with one of the Tarte Shape Tape concealers. Again, I don't remember the name. If I can find out what concealer it is, I'll drop it down in the description box below. But I realized that this color was a little bit too dark for her and it wasn't going to give me the highlight that I was looking for. So after that, I went in with one of the e.l.f. Camo concealers in a lighter color, which you'll see soon, to help, brighten the under eye and give her a nice highlight.
Sunrise
Alright, so now it's time to blend that highlight out. You'll see me going in with two tools here. So I went in first with the sponge to blend it out, and then I went over that with the brush just to make sure that you know, everything is nicely blended. I used the residue from the brush just to make sure that the edges of that concealer melts right into the skin. So you'll definitely see me going back and forth between the sponge and the brush throughout the application. Alright, after all that is blended, I went in to set the highlighted area. So I went in with my Sacha Buttercups. Now, I don't necessarily bake. I just went in, tapped off the excess powder on the back of my hand and pressed that powder in. I pressed it in under the eyes, on the chin, and everywhere else that you saw me highlight previously with the concealer. So I didn't necessarily want to go in and give her a harsh contour, so I just went in with bronzer, and the bronzer that I'm using is a Juvia's Place bronzer in the color, I believe it was Deep Dark or Dark. Yeah, so I went in and just bronzed the perimeter of her skin just to make her look like she was out in the sun and got a nice beautiful tan. At this point I would have gone in with blush, but it seems as if I had forgotten to apply blush on her, so I went in with her face powder, which was a Fenty foundation powder in the color 450, and I'm just using that to set the rest of the face. Alright, so after that I went in with some liquid highlighter from Rare Beauty. I went in and applied it with a brush first, and then went in with my, you know, fingers and blended it out, and I got a little bit of a better blend when I used my finger. Alright, on top of that I went in with the Dose of Colors highlighter in the color Fuego, and placed that on top of it just to give it a little bit of extra shine and you know, pizzazz on the face. Guys, I'm hoping you're really liking this video. If you are, go ahead and give me a huge thumbs up. It definitely helps to put my channel out there. Subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I upload, and go ahead and share. Now this is where I went in with the highlight from Dose of Colors in the color Fuego. I placed that on her high point of her face, under her brow bone, and in her inner tear duct area. Alright, so I'm just finishing up under the eyes, so I went back in with the brown lid color from the Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette, and just went ahead and buffed that in on her lower lash line. Alright, so I went into her waterline with a nude pencil just to open up her eyes a little bit. I didn't want to use black, and I thought the nude just gave it a nice touch. After which I went in with just a little bit more of that eyeshadow under the eyes, just to, you know, touch up and finish finalizing everything. And then I went in with mascara on her top lashes just to merge her lashes with the falsies, and then I went ahead with that same mascara and pulled out her lower lashes. Alright, so the look is almost complete. It's now time for the lips. So I went in with a brown lip liner. I believe this one is from NYX, and I just used that to line her lips and filled it in just a little bit. After I did that, I went in with a nude lipstick. Now, I don't have the name of this lipstick. It is actually a sample that I received from one of my suppliers. I was just testing the color out to see if it would be one of the items that I want to include in future launches for my beauty brand. So stay tuned for that. But yes, I just went ahead and applied this nude, almost a kind of pinky nude color to her lips, and you know, blended that in with the lip liner. As you can see, her eyes, you know, as I mentioned before, did start watering a little bit. So I went in off camera and just, you know, touched it up and, you know, got rid of the watery eyes. Alright, so I'm just going in here touching, you know, everything up, fixing anything that I see needs fixing, just to make sure that the look is, you know, nice and perfect and to my liking. After that, I went ahead and sprayed her face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, and that concludes the look. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and just stay tuned and take a look at these pictures. Love you guys. Bye.